What's up, guys? Welcome to a new playlist on our channel called Reviews for Comic Book Films or Adaptations. So, looks like AMC rolled out the Walking Dead B team, so let's get into it. Everybody's skeptical. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it worth it? I'm about to tell you. So the show starts off with this premature delinquent waking up in a church, all drunken up or cracked up or high, and he comes across, and it's kind of like that scene from Rick in season 1, coming across that little girl not knowing what's going on, and it's one of his friends named Gloria, and she's chewing out, she's infected, and that's where the show basically starts with an infection spread, and then he starts running out, he gets clipped by a car, he ends up in the hospital. And then we get introduced to 3 more of these characters. Travis being the father, we have Elisa the sister, and Maddie the mom. So we have the 4 characters, and they're kind of a dysfunctional family mainly because of the son. He needs to go into rehab because he's doing drugs and alcohol, stuff that's just bad and shit. So anyway, Travis is a school teacher, and Maddie is a councilman at the school. So one thing I would like to add about the show is there's a lot of build-up. This premiere was an hour and 30 minutes, well, maybe like an hour and 10 minutes after commercials, but the characters are not as interesting until the climax, until when the zombie apocalypse happens, and it's really cool how they depict the zombie apocalypse in suburban and city areas, like hypothetically how it would be. And I thought that was excellent, and that's what I thought was kind of missing from the Walking Dead season 1 episode 1 premiere of The Walking Dead. So it was really cool to see that, and that's when we finally get to see these characters just become more interesting and have more of a character grasp with them. Nick, the son, come across this one of his friends that sold him drugs named Calvin, and he's explaining to him, what happened, and like, Olivia, or she killed these people, and he decides to attempt to put him out of this misery. He drives him out into a kind of like cavern area, and he pulls a gun on him, and Nick fights back, and he ends up shooting Calvin, and Calvin ends up dying. And the show, episode 1 was very emotional and very dramatic. These characters, what they go through. It also showed a glimpse into the high school society and the juvenile delinquency. So, and that's very common in high schools, especially mine. So, yeah, I thought that was a cool twist that they added in there. But these characters really start to become, and I digress, they really start to become interesting when we see the climax, when the zombie apocalypse finally happens. Nick explains, I killed Calvin, and they go to the area and his body's gone. And it's kind of suspenseful, and we could tell from The Walking Dead, it's been 5 seasons in, and he's obviously a zombie now, or a walker, whatever way you'd like to pronounce it. But they come across him, and Nick drives in reverse and hits him back and flies back, and you see bones protruding out of his skin. It's pretty awesome. I think Greg Nicotero is doing work on the Fear the Walking Dead too. Honestly, I like this introduction of the characters. They weren't as interesting, but I kind of expected that. Same with the Walking Dead characters. They weren't as interesting, and they couldn't hold their own until the zombie apocalypse happened. So with that being said, I'm excited to see what's going to happen next time, and I give this about a 7.5 out of 10. It was a pretty decent introduction and premiere, so yeah. Hope you guys like it. Check it out.